Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks of the building of the Ka'batullah in the Quran in Surah Al-Hajj, wherein Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds the reciter and the reader of the Quran that remember that time where Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam was given the task of raising the foundations of the Baytullah. And after raising the foundations of the Baytullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him one singular command. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأذن في الناس بالحج, that you proclaim to the people with regards to the Hajj, يأتوك رجالا وعلى كل ضامر, that they will come to you walking on their feet and upon every lean camel. يأتينا من كل فج عميق, that they will come to you from every single ravine and crevice of the world. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, rightfully so, was perplexed, but he did not question the amr and the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But indeed his concern was that I am the only person to proclaim the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the world. For that matter, leave alone in Mecca, when it comes to the world's population, there's just a handful of people, my family, that believe in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The rest of humanity oppose the oneness of Allah. My own father, my own people in Iraq. It is for this very reason that I had to leave my homeland. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala consoles Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam that, oh Ibrahim, it is your job to call people to the Baytullah. It is my responsibility to bring them. For those Hujjaj who are embarking on the journey to the Baytullah, this ayah is for each and every single one of you. That where the response is that this human being, this Muslim, this mu'min, who obviously was not even physically born at this point in time, but their ruh, their soul responded to the call of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. And they fall within the ambit of the ayat of the Quran Kareem, wherein Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam proclaims for the Hajj. And those who travel for the Hajj, whether it is in those days on their feet, upon every lean camel, which signifies the effort that went inside the journey itself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises, O Ibrahim, يَأْتِينَ مِن كُلِّ فَجٍّ عَمِيقٍ, that they will come to you from every deep ravine of the world. Ravines of the world, valleys of the world, cities that were not even built at the time of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Countries like our country that did not even exist. From a political point of view, during the time of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring the Hujjaj forth and forward. Why? لِيَشْهَدُوا مَنَافِعَ لَهُمْ, so that as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, so that they may witness what is a source and place of benefit for them, which is the Baytullah. وَيَذْكُرُ اسْمَ اللَّهِ, and they will remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala فِي أَيَّامٍ مَعْلُومَاتٍ, in certain days, and that is during the ayyam and the days of Hajj. عَلَى مَا رَزَقَهُمْ, what was sustained for them, مِنْ بَهِيمَةِ الْأَنْعَامِ, from the animals, either the animals that they travel upon or the animals that they will sacrifice and consume during the ayyam and the days of Hajj. Mubarak and Mabruk to that Haji, that Hajiani, who's ready to travel out in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, they are treading in the path of Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be their Khalifa, their vicegerent, their deputy to look after their matters and their affairs whilst they are gone. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of custodians.